GPAs really matter in college? They mattered a lot in high school to get you to the top of your class. Why does that matter so much? To me, GPAs just measure people's intelligence by schools to make sure that you are doing well in your classes. Frankly, I just don't agree with GPAs. They just aren't beneficial to students' mental health, and they don't really measure people's intelligence. I personally, I've felt as if GPAs have made a negative impact on my life. It's just kind of, that's what I'm striving to do now, and it sucks because I have to maintain this GPA when I'm trying my hardest, and I just keep getting these low grades because I'm not smart enough for these courses. But as well as that, I'm also paying for these colleges, so maybe I should put a little bit more effort in, but that's not the point. GPAs, whether I get a 3.0 or not, don't matter. And that's why, and I'm here to tell you that colleges should just drop GPAs in general. For two reasons. They do not measure students' intelligence whatsoever, and they are mentally draining to students because people get fixated on them. And I'm here to tell you that mental health plays a huge factor in schools. In a survey in 2018 from Psyclens, academic pressure was named one of the top stressors for teens. That's crazy to think about because it's true. We have all been there in that situation where we're taking a test or we're studying for a test. We need to study for that test. And we're just stressing out because, like, oh, there's this specific part that we don't understand. And we have to take time and energy and a lot of mental health and a lot of mental fortitude to just keep pushing forward. It's crazy to think about that a lot of students get super stressed out about GPAs in general. They're just a way to measure and a way to rank you in high school, and it's now in college. It's just mandatory, which is completely dumb because college students have a lot more things on their plate than just college, and it's just crazy to think about. It is stressful for students to worry about GPAs since, like I've been saying, there's too much on their plate. In addition to all that, it's not even stress that plays a factor anymore. It's fear. It's the fear of failing. And that happens to a lot of students. It happens to me, and it happens to a lot of students below me and above me as well, people who are out of college and people who are just coming into college. It's the fear of failing. It's the I keep saying GTA. GPAs are a very, very malicious sort of way to get students to cooperate with schools. And it's just not healthy for students to be only worrying and only fearing about failing. And it just isn't right. And I believe these GPAs are just useless in my eyes. Because as well as that, they do not measure the students' intelligence. The students can be very smart in a specific subject, and they just get tarnished because of a low GPA. That's crazy to me, and I don't believe that that's right. And IQ is one way of measuring people's intelligence, but in a school setting, it is determined by how well you perform in your school and in your class. Students I've met in my life who are very, very on it and do all their stuff still get low GPAs, and students who are very relaxed and just done with school have found ways to cheat. And like, you look at it in multiple different ways, and the people who cheat and the people who try hard, there's an intelligence gap between that. I hate people who cheat, and I'm one of those students who do cheat, and I'm trying to just be better at it, because there's a set of like just not wanting to be smart enough to do it. It's me. I don't know about any other students, but cheating to me is my way of telling the teacher that I still need you to help me with this class. I need my GPA risen up to a 3.0 in order to graduate, and I need to cheat to do that. That's ridiculous. And the people who strive to study and do all that are very intelligent people, but they just fail in the end. And it's just crazy to see that GPAs just measure you based on how well you did on a test. It's stupid. It's completely dumb. And I believe that students are smarter than what they put on. And you can argue that fact any day, and I'll tell you that I've known people my whole life who are super smart and super amazing in school and outside of school, but just don't put enough effort into school and end up failing and end up lowering their GPA because they feel as if school's not important. And I feel if schools got rid of GPAs, the students would feel more at ease and want to learn more. And the GPAs, like I've been saying, they're just a stressor for a lot of students. It doesn't help as well that if you fail one test, students just get emotionally wrecked, and it doesn't help. And to be honest with you, I wholeheartedly believe that GPAs should be removed from college institutions because they cause students to become stressed and feel a massive amount of pressure due to their fear of a failure. And because GPAs do not measure a person's ability of their intelligence when it comes to school at all. GPAs are a point system in schools to make sure that they have you keep paying for them, and it sucks. And that's why I believe GPAs should be removed from colleges.